like Robert shares his time with us. Yes, hot Lisa. Hey, there he is, Robert Hollis.
How you doing,
So good to
Curtis?
see you. I'm doing blessed and highly favored. I got that from you. How are you?
Blessed and highly favored for
Blessed and
sure.
highly favored. Just trying to be like you. So yeah. So thank you so much, Robert, for taking some time out today and being with everybody here. We got lots and lots of people jumping on here, and I didn't want to let the cat out of the bag, what you're sharing with us today, but I just wanted to thank you so much for everything you've been doing for me. A lot of people have been telling me lately, Robert, that I've changed so much since I've been hanging around with you. I'm
Wow.
happier, yeah, just happier. Things just are flowing in my life. Yeah, just a lot of joy and a lot of blessings. So thank you for that.
You're
So
you're
so
you're more than welcome. You're more than welcome.
So yeah, we got a lot of people on here. People are still popping on, but whenever you're ready to get started, would you like me to introduce you, or you want me
Please,
to?
please, please let
Yeah.
people
So
know.
for those of
Let
you that
people know
don't,
who I am. They might not know who I am.
yeah, some people might not know. Boy, they must live on Pluto. No, I'm just kidding. Hey, Kathy. Hey, guys. Thanks for coming on. So we have him, the legend Robert Hollis, here today. This guy is, I mean, just to say he has a huge heart is an understatement.
Wow.
He's a giver beyond a giver beyond a giver. In my life, he's just given of his time, of his resources, of his knowledge. Just massive abundance of joy and happiness have come into my life since meeting Robert Hollis. And Robert, just to kind of give you a quick story from Robert. Robert was he's an ex auto mechanic. He was a top level auto mechanic, and he had an accident in a garage where a van slipped and fell on him, and he got injured, and he couldn't be a mechanic anymore. And he had young children, and he was married, and it put him in a really, really bad place. And Robert fortunately was able to come out of that. And today he's going to show us and teach us how he did that, or a little bit about that, how he did that, and where he is today. And over I mean, I don't know how many years it's been since then, but Robert has himself, we hate to do income claims, but documentation beats conversation, right? So pay attention. This guy, right? He trademarked that, so I might get a fine. No. So that term, documentation beat conversation, Robert owns that. So yeah, I have to pay him again because I just said it again. But hey, Jim, Monica, everybody for coming on. So Robert has himself earned over $55 million, and he has helped 54 other people, which is almost more important, right? Helped
It is.
54 other people earn over $1 million in a calendar year. And what I've been watching and seeing Robert do in the last 6 months is just blown my mind for his wife. And for those of you that just saw my last post, I just posted what he's done for her in the last 6 months. So Robert, take it away. We're all ears. We're all eyes. We want to hear. We want the knowledge. We want the gift, the wisdom. Pass it, please.
Well, thank you, Curtis. And for those of you, Curtis is a dear a friend of mine. I actually call him a family member, and we're just great friends. And what we wanted to do is sort of just share with you guys a way that you can help us go out and really make a difference in the world. So we've joined together to make this happen, and it's just amazing. 31 years of experience. And Curtis, thank you so much for those nice things you said about me. It really is like, a football or basketball team. It's not what they did last year. It's what they did this year. You know what I mean? And you could be a, Super Bowl champs, and back in the 1970s, it doesn't mean a lot today. It does for the 1970 fans. but today it's a different deal. So what ended up happening really is that my last company, I've been with 19 companies, you guys. And a lot of people go, are you kidding me? Why is that possible? Well, ask the employees of Toys R Us or Sears or Kodak. Sometimes the company and the owners just don't make the right decisions at the right time. And for whatever reason, lives just go through trends, And so I've been very blessed to catch 7 of these trends at the height and become a #1 income earner with those companies. And that's where I've helped these people make millions of dollars a year. The last one, was in 2009 to 2012. We put 758,000 people in the company. 9 people made $1 million a year, and we did $1 billion in value. Now, the only reason that I'm giving you those stats is I believe the timing for the company that we're in now will far surpass that. And the reason why is I get to take a snapshot of the first 6 months in 2009 versus the 6 months that we've been with this company. And so it all came about when I left that company. I started building my brand, and like Curtis said some nice things. You know, if you want to, you can Google or go to Documentation-Based Conversation, and you're sure welcome to spend thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars on my training. Or what you could do is you could reach out to Curtis and post below and say, Curtis, let me see that info. Because what I did is I made a case study with my wife, and every check, every video, every training, everything that I did to get her to 124,000 in earnings in the last 6 months, I will share with you for free. But you got to get it from Curtis. So reach out to Curtis. He'll plug you into a team that we started April 1st of this year, Easter, and it now has over 17,000 members in it. Now, what really blows my mind is that 41 people inside that group have achieved 5K or higher. So there's people in that group that only been with us 90 days that are already over 10K a month. Now, I'm saying all this to say that this all came about that I was just out building my brand, and about a year ago, my wife said that she wanted to find some kind of passion. We got grandkids now, and so empty nester. And so she found a website called Goats of Anarchy. And it was this lady that was just passionate about rescuing and saving animals. And so Terry said, that's what I want to do. I want to volunteer. I want to give money to them. And she supported me for 35 years. 35 years she supported me and my sons. And so I would do anything for this incredible lady. And so I said, yeah, let me do that. And she said, no, listen, I'll figure it out. I'm independent. She's super independent. And so she started, getting involved in online programs, and she started affiliate programs, and she got involved in some network marketing programs. And I'm watching her struggle, and I'm going like, okay, she's doing this. And she finally came to me, Kurt, even Matthew and I, we went to her one time and said, what can we do to help you? And when we really did the due diligence of the company she was with, they basically said, you're not allowed to use 2018 marketing ideas called the internet to market your business. And so, she said, I'm tired of being on this struggle bus. I'm done. People that I get in are not staying on the product. They're not making their money back. What do you do? And so it was fun for my wife to say, honey, what do you think I should do? And I very simply said, listen, sweetheart, all you got to do is you got to find a mentor. So let me ask you, would you rather work with a male or female? She said, female. I just think that would be better. And I said, great, you got to find somebody that is constantly making posts on their Facebook profile of people that are rank advancing. Because she's not interested in getting a new handbag or a watch or a new Lamborghini. She's interested in helping her team. And I said, so that's what you got to find. And if you find that, Curtis, I know that we've heard this before, there's 3 ways to learn. Some people never learn from their mistakes. Some people learn from their mistakes. But why not learn from the mistakes of others? So if you find someone that's doing that well, then that means that their experience found the right company at the right time. See, or they wouldn't be able to produce the results. And so I reached out, so then it sort of smart Alec. She said to me, well, Robert, find that person for me. So what I did is I then, I've been blessed to speak at Ray Higdon events and Association and Network Marketing events and 5 times at Eric Worre's events. And so I know a lot of people. I've been in this profession a long, long time. And so I reached out, and everybody was saying, have you seen Jenna Zweigel? Have you seen what she's doing? I go, no, I don't know anything they're doing. So I found her online. I didn't do a friend request. And then I started reaching out to her leaders. And when I seen what their leaders were doing, I was going, okay, so this is the one for my wife. So my wife said, what's the next step? And I said, well, now that you found the right mentor that can coach you, let's try the product out to see if it really is. So we just came in 30-day money back guarantee. It cost us under $100. and we got this thing called a little miracle in a bottle. All right. And I knew nothing about this product. I knew nothing about CBD. And in my opinion, we're in the midst of the largest shift in wealth and health that we'll ever see in our lifetime. And that's coming from 31 years of experience. Why? The product, how can you compete against a company where their product gives you instant results? I've made millions of dollars by marketing a product where people say, I haven't quite seen anything yet. You go, well, just hang on, do another 30 days. I've even been involved in companies that sold training, but if people won't go through the training and apply the training, they don't get no results. So, you know, for someone to try the product, it's amazing. Now, the next step is Josh Swagel, that I'm calling the Jeff Bezos, you know, the wealthiest person in the world, dethroned Bill Gates, you know, 24 years of Amazon. And the reason why is all I did was just wanted to try the product out. And all of a sudden I get these messages, you got to pre-enroll, you got to pre-enroll, you got to pre-enroll. And I'm like, I didn't even tell anybody I was looking at this company. So for those of you that are watching this, if someone's not building your group while you're not doing anything, you're in the wrong company. This is the wrong marketing system. All right. So it's easy to be motivated, isn't it, Curtis? When you look in your back office, you go, for the love of God. You know what I mean? It's like someone above me knows what the hell they're doing. And so what ended up happening is we came in on a Tuesday, and then that Thursday, all of a sudden I get this email saying, you know, it's cut off. Do you want to lose the people below you? And all of a sudden I see people going, upgrade, 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 upgrade. And I'm going like, I just wanted to know one thing, Curtis. Is there a way that these people can be responsible for my income that I had nothing to do with? And so that's when I said, you know what? I like what I see here. I reached out to Josh and Jenna. They were courteous to get on a Zoom with me. Just incredible couple. They were just featured as the power couple of Nevada.
I saw
really,
that.
really
Yeah,
cool,
I saw that.
right?
Amazing.
And so just neat, down-to-earth people. And so Jenna knew about me, and she said, oh, is it coming? And I went, what? I said, show me your back office. She goes, okay. And so that week, she made $159,000, Kurt.
Wow.
Now,
here's awesome.
A dose for some of you that you won't do if you wonder why I make $55 million and you don't. Let me give you my secret. She's a 31-year-old mother of two, and she's made twice as much than I have in a calendar week. So that means she knows something I don't.
Wow.
Now most people are like, oh, my company and my system and my everything. No, here's the way that I relate it, because I was a mechanic. Curtis said, if I'm racing on a racetrack and then I hear, woo, and Curtis goes by, and I'm like, okay. And then about 22, 23 seconds later, woo, Curtis goes by again. I'm going to get on the radio and go, what the hell is he doing? It's like, so me, I'm humble. I get rid of my ego, edging God out, and I just go, what is she doing? And so Terry and I decided to get in. I said I was coming out of retirement to help my incredible wife. And I sent the message to everyone on Facebook. I sent it on email. I went through my, phone book on my deal. I sent everyone a message saying, hey, I want you to take a look at this free tour, and just give me your feedback. Now, I said free. That means put your credit card away. And so one of the things I want you guys to know is that if we're going to go to a new movie like The Star is Born, right? Curtis and I can do two things. We could just tell you about the movie. Yeah. Or what we could do is ask you to go to the movie, and when we were done, we could all talk about how awesome it was. And what we liked and we disliked. So ask Curtis, post below, and just say, listen, I want to take this free tour. Just let me take a look at it, and allow Curtis and I to start building your group while you're thinking about this.
Right.
So now there's only one other thing that happened to me, Curtis, is of course then I get the product, right? And I read up on Google and I put in there CBD oil. I know nothing about it. And the documentation on it is mind blowing. And the PubMed.gov is a governmental website. It's the largest publication for medical. The National Institutes of Health. It's got 5,100 scientific reports on it. Now, the last company I made 12 million with, the product had 400. So it's amazing how documented this product is. And I started to find Dateline and Dr. Oz, and even today I seen just briefly on TV where Ricky Lake just got all these awards for doing a new documentary about CBD oil.
I'll have to look at that.
Like, you know, there's some people out there that understand that being in the right place at the right time is better than being intelligent. You know what I mean? Yeah. Better than having good looks. Better than, you know, all of this stuff. So I put CBD overdose in there, and it said you can't use those two words together. You can't overdose on the product. And I went, wow, and that was in, you know, WebMD. So the next thing that I did is I thought, okay, so what are the side effects? And the only side effects I could find is it can make you a little nauseous if you take too much. So when I got the bottle, I like, instead of taking 2 drops, I took 20. And I'm just like, hey, I'm going to find out, you know, how much this can help me, right? And I had the best night's sleep, Curtis, that I've ever had in 56 years. I'm one of those individuals that just shutting off my mind is virtually impossible. I go in these thought spirals and you know, you know, it's like, you know, anxiety, all this stuff is like, and so what's really, really amazing is I got a good night's sleep, 8 hours, really deep sleep. So when I woke up, I felt like I was in my 20s. And you know, all the aches and pains I had from doing athletics and also martial arts, I couldn't feel those. And I went, if this is all the product does, we're going to be millionaires, billionaires, right? And so that's when all of a sudden we just went, okay, let's send this message out. And believe it or not, within, I think it was 12 days, Terry went 5, 10, 25K. She broke my record. I forgot. That was 5 months ago. But I made 10,210 31 years ago. And my wife's first venture into really doing this, it was $10,232 in her first 30 days.
Oh, that's awesome.
So now looking forward, she's gone from 50K to 100K to 250K. We did 302,000 in volume last month. And so far this month now, she's already at 230,000 in volume. And, you know, we're going for 500K. And so, you know, if you reach out to Curtis, he can plug you into this social proof to see all this stuff, this training. Yeah. And the other thing, there's now 41 people that have gotten those rank events as well. So it's not just us making money. You know, everyone that's following the process can also make this kind of money. And so, you know, one more last thing I'd like to say as far as a trend, you know, Canada yesterday was the second country in the world to legalize cannabis on a recreational site. And I just want to say this because I love keeping up with current times. This reporter walked up and you should have seen the lines waiting to get into the dispensaries. And he walked up and the lady said, and I thought I'd hear something silly. And the lady said to the guy, why are you standing in line? He says, I'm a part of history. He says, I can't imagine what the people felt years ago when they took prohibition off alcohol.
Yeah.
And I went, that's powerful. So now they're expecting that Canada within its first year is going to bring in an extra 400 million in revenue. Nice. And so everyone says, well, the laws won't change that fast. Really? Okay, so 2 months ago, the United States says, I don't care what Canada's doing. If you're part of the cannabis industry or you have stock in a cannabis company in Canada, you're not allowed to come across the border. As soon as they became legal, a day before they did, America went, forget that law. We don't want you carrying it into our country, and we don't want you to have it on airplanes or any kind of transportation. But I'm like going, wow, how fast they made the decision, well, maybe this is okay. So there's a lot of documentation that you guys are going to see out there, and I love showing Time magazine. But, you know, Curtis said that I made 55 million in commissions. It's because my mentor taught me to catch trends. Yeah. Catch trends. So you got to check out this system. You got to check out this product, regardless of all the videos that we have in the news. One of the things is going to come down just like me. After you read all the documentation, if it doesn't work for you, we're stuck. So if you can get a money back guarantee and try out the product, there you are. So, you know, I'm just so blessed, Curtis, to be working with you. I consider you like a brother. And I just know that, you know, we're going to help a lot of people. If you thought that I put a lot of people in a company 4 years ago, I'm right now growing 4 times faster than I did in 2009. And I'll tell you why. Technology. I'm still blown away why people won't embrace technology. Curtis is doing a Facebook Live on a platform that's got a couple of billion people for free, and we're both on this for free. And people are like, can you give me a phone call? And I'm going, no, I'd rather page you. Can I send you a page? They go, I don't use a pager either anymore. And I go, that's why I don't use a phone anymore. It's like, I use a phone for my Facebook Lives, you know, come on, you know. So reach out to Curtis. He's got some incredible gifts for you to share with you. Join us in going out there and helping the world. I'm very passionate about this. I want to say one more thing. You know, a lot of people don't know that Curtis served our country. And Curtis, thank you so much for your service. And the people out there that fought for the right for us to have freedom in this country. And it doesn't make a difference if they fought for us if you're not going to take advantage of it.
Wow.
And so, bottom line, if all I could do is go out and help the people that have fought for us to be more at peace of mind, or help them financially, or help them with their PTSD, whatever I can do, when you do research, you'll find out that there's a whole group of hurt veterans that are now marching on Washington, D.C. to make sure that they can use this product so they can help instead of getting on opioids. You know what I mean? So I'm more about the cause. Money is nice, but bottom line, that's what we're here to do. So reach out to Curtis. And Curtis, I'm going to give you the last word, but man, I'm so excited to be working with you.
Wow, Robert, I'm blown away. Thank you so much. I almost cried just because I always looked for, you know, like you said, timing. The timing is key, and I always learned that from you. And I said, wow, you know, I wish Robert was doing something where I could be in that timing, and then boom, you know, wherever that came from, here it is. So, guys, if you want to take a free tour, it's totally free. Like Robert said, put your credit card away. Just check it out. I love this stuff. It's changing a lot of lives. I just took some a little while ago because sometimes I get a little cloudy, and this clears it right up. And, you know, from the military, I have a lot of knee pains and back pains, and this clears it right up. So thank you so much, Robert. Let me get to everybody. I got a lot of people asking for the info, so let me get that to everybody. And, guys, we just want you to take the free tour. And also I'm going to give you all of Robert's training and a couple of his books for free.
Yeah,
just for being on here. So thank you so much, Robert. I love and appreciate you, and we'll talk to you soon. Thank you, everyone, for being on here. You have a blessed night, and I'll talk to some of you soon. Bye-bye.
God bless. Bye-bye.
God bless.